It's round 2 of the Highline Racing League Culture Designs Truck Series. Today, the second series drivers go gambling in Vegas for the Sin City 105 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 70 laps around the 1.5-mile cookie cutter to see who will come out with the second race win of the year. I am your producer and commentator, River Page, and as we watch qualifying just about 2 minutes in, the 48 of Dylan Clark on your screen right now took the top spot in practice, only managing 6th here in qualifying with that one lap. Very important to get a run off of the corner coming to the green flag, and he just didn't quite get that. Nicholas Pressey held the first spot in practice until the very, very end, and he takes pole right now, sitting in the provisional top spot over Dylan Poteet, Matt Moore, Dylan Wedgwood, and Ryan Hines. Your top 5, Dylan Clark and Lucas Lodato, still on the racetrack, but their laps are over. Some drivers coming down onto pit road. Andrew Siegel on a lap right now, going into 3 and 4. We'll watch the 16 machine here, trying to get down as low as you can to that white line without losing grip and losing time. And as he comes off a turn 4, he's going to wide arc down and carry all of that momentum, try not to scrub off any speed. And he comes across the line. His lap will start now. He goes down into 1 and 2, and we'll ride right on board with him as he comes out full throttle, trying to push it right to the limit. One driver goes to 12th, Nathan Sipes. Scott Wheeler goes up into 7th. Here's Siegel into 3 and 4. Right down to that white line, a little baby lift to get the car or the truck turned into the corner. He'll be able to squeeze it down to the bottom. And that High Rock 16 Chevrolet to the inside onto the apron, 2 rows down, 2 lanes down. And he'll go to 10th. Solid lap for Siegel. Nathan Sipes still on the track. His lap is done. Kenny Brooks, the only driver still yet to set a lap that hasn't attempted. As here comes the 88 Mountain Dew machine. He'll come off a turn 4 to start his first lap. Toby Wedgwood finished a lap. So did Michael Deitch, both of which did not count. They both either spun or got an incident point in some other way, hitting the wall, or whatever you want, as the 88 comes through 1 and 2. Again, the last driver to qualify right now. 20 drivers on track. If anyone were to get on track, they would not have enough time to set a lap. Alan Cunman, Alan Bossy have not set a lap. They will not set a lap. As here comes Brooks through 3 and 4 for one final time. He runs up to the 3rd groove, almost right on that seam. He comes down right to the white line, and across the line, the 88 goes right up into the drum roll. Wow, this lap isn't going to count. Did he hit the wall? Okay. Well, the 88 is going to start from the back. No lap time recorded there for Kenny Brooks. So he will start 25th out of this 25 truck field. 22 seconds left in qualifying. And we'll go trackside for the grid. And the race start here. The Sin City 105 from Las Vegas. Now time expires, 0 seconds left on the clock, and it's Nicholas Pressey in the number 94 machine taking the top spot. A great lap for him. Dylan Poteet will line up alongside Pressey on the front row, but of course it will be the 94 machine on the top of the timing charts alongside Dylan Poteet 1-2, and it's going to be Matt Moore and Dylan Wedgwood on the 2nd row. Starting 5th is going to be Ryan Hines in the 25 machine alongside Dylan Clark, who came up short of his practice lap, ends up in P6. Scott Wheeler Jr. in 7th alongside Lucas Lodato in the 7 machine. 9th and 10th, Terry Brooks and Andrew Siegel rounding out the top 10. In 11th, Jacob Holm alongside Dalton Beer in 11th and 12th. Nathan Sipes and Matthew Rodriguez take up the 7th row, 13th and 14th. And it's Justin Gibbs in 15th alongside Roberto Ramirez in 16th. Ryan Potter and Matthew Leedy 17th, 18th, and row 10 rounding out the top 20. Garrett Sidnor and Tyler Rush, the last 2 trucks to set a lap. Adam Bossy, Alan Cunman on row 11. They did not set a lap. Neither did Michael Deitch, Kenny Brooks, or Toby Wedgwood. And so that ends the grid. 25 trucks to start the race today. And so we'll see what they can do. Expecting pack racing for sure. If any of you tuned into Road to Pro this year here on FTN, you'll know that this combo is basically just who can save their tires while staying in the draft, and so it'll be very interesting to see what these drivers can do, as it looks like the ticker still doesn't know. It's still going by seconds instead of 100ths of a second or thousandths of a second. We're gonna figure that out. So the driver's waiting to grid, and it looks like they're going to roll off just shortly, waiting for 2 drivers to get on the track, and then they will roll off 25 trucks here from Vegas. And now the pace car will roll off, and he will lead the 25 truck field down the front stretch, 1 pace lap to get us going from Vegas. And see who can become the first mile-and-a-half winner and first non-super speedway winner of the season. Exhilarating finish at Daytona, hoping for the same type of finish here. And as I say, not a super speedway, but like I was just talking about, I mean, it kind of drives like a super speedway. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about if you don't know how this truck races. It's basically like the Gen 6 package here on iRacing, and so it's going to be important for these guys to stay in the draft, but also keep that right front out of trouble, because if you're tight, you won't be able to turn, you won't be able to keep it in the draft. It'll be a struggle for you all the way around. And then it's not fun. I know from experience, not having a right front here is not fun at all. Losing the pack in front of you, kind of feel helpless. And so we'll see if these guys in the front can stay out of trouble, keep their trucks clean, have a run until the end. It all comes down to this: a clean start, get everyone into a line, and get rolling in a pack as the pace car comes off of turn 4 onto pit road. Nicholas Pressey into the restart zone to take the green flag and lead us to lap 1 at Las Vegas. One truck down on the apron off of turn 4, Ryan Hines in the 25, but Dylan Pody slings low into turn 3 with the help of the draft, and he will lead lap number 1, protecting the bottom from the 94. Pressey swings up high, looking for the run off the corner. Behind that Trap House Racing 31, he goes to the bottom. Pody does not protect it, and there goes Pressey. He'll have the quicker line, and he should reclaim the lead here through 3 and 4. He will get clear of that 31. Everyone into a single file line, no one wanting to run hard early. And it's showing clearly as Pressey will lead lap number 2 across the stripe. Everyone single file except for further back. Michael Dietz, Justin Gibbs dropping like a stone all the way to the back of the field. Not sure what happened to him, but these guys are running super aggressive in the back. Still 3 wide. Sidnor right there with Ryan Potter. Those guys 3 wide down the back stretch. Ryan Sipes as well down on the bottom in the 11 machine. Back up to the front, it's Pressey still holding a comfortable lead. He's got a 5-car train right in tow, trying to run him down, create a run, but also just stay in line and protect that right front tire. As you see, everyone just kind of riding around, and the 31 is going to get a run here down into 3 and 4, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it. Off of turn 4, 4 laps down when they cross the line. And Nicholas Pressey continues to hold the lead, but he's going to be under fire here from the 31 of Pody, going into 1 and 2. Pody rolling right up on the back of him, but that dirty air, something to be reckoned with here. At a track like this, it's going to get that truck really tight, so the leader will have the advantage in the corner. Unless you're on fresh tires, or even if you're in dirty air, you can keep it on the gas. And like a super speedway, you're in the draft in the corner. It's going to help you carry momentum out of the turns as the 94 washes up high Pody not trying to fight, neither is anyone behind him except for Dylan Clark, who looks to go side by side to the inside with Matt Moore. That's for 4th. And he'll get clear of that 70 machine, trying clear for that for the most part right there. He's going to squeeze up into the 4th spot. The 70's going to try and fire back down the backstretch, but he'll tuck back into line going into 3 and 4. And another spot up for the 48 is the 6 truck train rather, starting to break away from the rest of the pack. The 25 of Ryan Hines up on the apron, down on the apron. On lap 1, just hanging tough with the back of this pack. Terry Brooks back to 8th. Side by side for 9th, Rodriguez and Siegel. As Rodriguez takes that spot away, now Siegel under fire from Matthew Leedy in the 5 Bell and Evans Chevrolet down into 3 and 4. Here's the move, and he'll give it to him. Ryan Potter's now going to get to the inside of the 16. Those two Fords working their way through the field, Potter and Sidnor, and they're both going to get to the inside of Siegel, helping each other out. They're both going to get around Siegel and clear of him back down into turn number 1. Everyone's still basically single file except for it looks like Kenny Brooks and Michael Deitch racing for what is it, the 19th spot right here. Deitch on the bottom and Brooks on the top down into 3 and 4. That 46 machine right up to the inside. That's Scott Wheeler Jr. in the 97 falling back on the outside. Deitch trying to take advantage of that. The 52 of Toby Wedgwood in tow with him, as these guys in the back of the field racing like it's for the lead side by side. One battle up in front of them. Sipes now to the inside of Andrew Siegel, who is falling back, struggling on that outside lane. And it's showing here as the 11 Sipes machine gets around him. He's got a big old face on the side of his truck. Off of turn 4, Michael Deitch clears, I believe, the 72 of Tyler Rush, and the 97 drops down to the bottom with him. This battle continues to heat up in the back of the field. Nicholas Pressey up in the front, no competition at all for the 94 machine. The 31 in tow, Dylan Wedgwood, Dylan Clark, Matt Moore, all in this pack. Lucas Lodano right behind them, just 2 tenths back. Then to 7th place, Ryan Hines, who has ran down this pack as well. Here's Terry Brooks in 8th, kind of working as the anchor, holding these two groups together. Back behind him, 9th through 12th, 9th through 13th. Running in a group, Sidnor, Potter, Rodriguez, Leedy right there. And the 23 right in the middle. The 94, however, has a little bit of a lead built up as it goes down into 3 and 4, about 4 tenths back to Pody. Now a couple trucks up to the outside. Matt Muir trying to roll that second line out of the dirty air. A little bit quicker for that truck, but it might be damaging that right front. We'll have to see. I'm not sure how far they can make it on fuel, but it's definitely not that much. I would assume 50 laps at the most. And so we'll see when these drivers decide to pit. I don't think they can make it 70 laps, so I might have that information to my disposal. Let's see here. No, I don't think so. So we're just gonna have to guess. But I think a solid guess would be that they aren't gonna make it 70 laps on fuel. So these guys just riding around right here. And as I say that, Clark to the bottom on Wedgwood, pushes him out of line. Almost contact as Wedgwood washes down, now up above that second groove, side by side for third. Wedgwood squeezing him down a little bit, trying to stick to his Trap House Racing teammate up there in second. But the 48 of Dylan Clark is going to take that spot away and get clear of him side by side for 7th, or for 6th rather, Lucas Lodano on the outside of Ryan Hines. But he's out of the draft now, and Hines might have that spot going down into 1 and 2. The 48 of Dylan Clark from 6th to 3rd. Storyline for the 48 there, though you can barely read it because it's so yellow. Lodano takes the spot back on the outside, fighting for his life in the Bearcat Motorsport 7. Even wheel to wheel with the 25 off of turn 4. These guys will not give it up, allowing Terry Brooks in the 5 of Matthew Leedy, Rodriguez, Potter, and Sidnor all to run down this group. And if these guys can figure it out, it will be one big pack up in the front. A couple trucks falling off the back of the field. A couple seconds back, Roberto Ramirez. Here he is in 16th, leading the 46 of Deitch. The 97, Scott Wheeler Jr., Toby Wedgwood, Tyler Rush. Kenny Brooks getting around Rush behind him, side by side. Now the 46 of Deitch makes a move to the bottom, 3 wide. 96 or the 97 of Wheeler is going to try and make it through wide. Big clear for the 46. Now the 97 of Wheeler is going to get to the bottom of him. This is a great battle for seemingly a very unimportant position. These guys do not want to get together and work. They want to race, and I can't blame them. Some great entertainment. Now as the 52 tries to get up in front of the 1 of Ramirez. He's going to just barely squeeze up in front of that Home Smiles number 1 down into 3 and 4. Oh, he washes up the track. Watch out. Kenny Brooks rim riding the wall. Cuts down in front of the 72, and they'll mellow out. The lead pack doing the same. Matthew Rodriguez back in 9th. That's the only real side-by-side battle in this front pack. Rodriguez to the inside of Matthew Leedy. Leedy has the nose, and he'll get clear of him down the back stretch as these drivers continue to ride through 3 and 4 right on that seam, helping the truck turn effortlessly or with as little effort as possible to conserve that right front tire. Down into 1 and 2 again. Pressy, no competition out back right now. He is not worried at all. 0.5 of a second back to Dylan Pody. 0.3 off of him is Dylan Clark in 3rd. Wedgwood, Muir, Ryan Hines, Lucas Lodato, all within about 1/10 of each other, or 1/10 from each one of each other there. The Nicholas Pressy eSports machine continues to run away. You see that gap staying pretty steady at just about 0.5 second. There is Pody is actually dropping back a little more in the corners that he has been. That's over 0.5 of a second now. As Pressy works his way down to the 3 and 4 again, just riding on that white line. Pushing dirty air on front of the 31, which is not helping him at all. Despite having the draft, the 94 has the advantage right now. Obviously, the 31 isn't pushing. If he did want to push, I'm sure he could roll up to him in no time. With the help of the draft, let's look at his steering. I mean, he's barely turning the wheel. That's just how much these guys are saving. Let's watch how much he turns the wheel. I mean, that's not even 10 degrees. He's not steering that thing whatsoever. Doing the best to conserve that right front. Pressy, however, has got to be working a little bit harder. I mean, you'd think he's working a little bit harder out here in the lead. My God, he's barely turning either. These guys are just riding around, doing a fantastic job of it. 20 laps in the books here from Vegas. As Nicholas Pressy continues to lead by 0.5 second over the rest of the field. Pody, Clark, Wedgwood, Matt Muir in tow this first pack. Starting to split up just a little bit. Terry Brooks trailing. He's basically the final link again to the second pack, and Matthew Leedy in 9th, about 0.5 second off of Brooks. Brooks holding steady right in the middle of this field. A race winner last season at IRP. Trying to back it up with a good finish here in this season. Get a good points run going. Obviously, I wasn't here for the first race, so I'm not sure what the point standings are looking like. But a lot of these guys are going to have a swing in the points with this with the difference in tracks as they go from a super speedway where track position is basically the only thing you can do to help yourself, you know, finish high up. But other than that, it's all luck. So this track is gonna really separate the guys who finished up there because of luck. If the guys who finished up in front because of skill, we'll see. Ultra Designs Truck Series point standings. Oh gosh. Oh, trouble on the racetrack. We got a caution. It looks like Nathan Sipes is the culprit. Oh, he's got a lot of damage. See what happened to the 11 machine. Is running towards the rear of the field, already with damage. Looks like he collected one of the truck. I think that's Tyler Rush. So we'll see. These guys were racing hard. Oh, comes up into the 88 on the front stretch. Doesn't cause it. 72, Rush hits the wall. Comes down. Oh, right hooks him. Bam. He gets jacked by the 72 down into 1. Turns him hard right, and the right front is destroyed on the 11. Motor damage on that machine for sure, as we saw him smoking down the backstretch. Very unfortunate for the Sipes Designs machine. Running towards the back and aggressive racing. That's what you get for doing that early. It seems a little mistake there from the 72, and it takes out 2 trucks early. The 72 can continue with that right front damage as the field comes onto pit road. And the money stop here for Pressey, leading the pack down this long curved pit road here at Vegas. We'll see if he can come out the race leader. He's led every lap so far except for one, and that was the initial first lap from Pody. Oh, why is the screen black? Okay, my apologies. I have no idea why the screen was black. It just shut off. I mean, there's a pretty solid thunderstorm going on outside. Nicholas Pressey takes the lead, but Ryan Potter takes 2 tires. A bold strategy for the 99. And we'll see how it works out. We saw some strategy calls last season that ended up winning guys' races, especially at Auto Club with the fuel and the guys that came down and took fuel and tires to be safe, and the guys who stayed out hard saving and ended up winning them the race. So we'll see what happens with the 99. I gotta see if that was just me or the stream. Apologies either way. The weather's not ideal. Yeah, black screen. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I have no idea why that's happening. Oh my god, it was black for so long. What the hell? Oh my god, it was like that for like 3 laps. That's a shame. Well, we're back now. I mean, I swear to you, I make mistakes a lot on here, but I didn't touch no buttons. It just turned off. 1 to green this time by. They hit the, oh, next time by, sorry. This will be the first time that I ever get to see the Choose V in action. Here's Alan Kunman, I believe, piloting the Choose V for today. Oh my god, this is just my favorite thing about this whole league, that they do this. He's doing some donuts. Look like he's gonna line up the other way. So we'll get a good view of the field coming by from the 32 as he sits right here on the front stretch. Here comes the field. They're gonna come around 3 and 4. He's actually got a cone paint scheme and everything. Oh my god, this is great. So here comes the field, and we'll see who chooses which lane. We got a great view. We got the pylon cam here, the choose cone cam to the. Oh my god, it's so scary. To the inside goes Potter, Pressey, and Clark. Oh, they hit the choose V. The choose V has been struck, and that's an EOL. That's a end of line penalty in the real life truck series. We'll see if there's a penalty given out for hitting the choose V. I'm not sure who that was. Let's see. It looks like it was the 25 of Hines who struck the choose V with his left front. Well, Ryan Hines, oh yeah, surely he's dropping in the back. He hit the choose cone. He hit the choose V and he got a penalty. Oh my god, that is hysterical. Oh, we're looking at the wrong guy. Yeah, Hines is dropping in the back. That's awesome. We're back. We are so back. We're so back. Alright, here we go. First restart of the day. We'll see how this goes. We got one truck up in the front on old tires with Ryan Potter, so we'll see how long he lasts up in the front. The Trap House 31 got up to the lead early, pretty aggressive. He started to ride around. Maybe he'll take advantage of the slower truck in front of him as the pace car comes off. Turn 4, Ryan Potter to the restart zone. Green flag, drop the hammer. For the second time today, the 99 jumps out in front. The 31 of Pody might clear Pressey into 1 and 2. Those two are going to race, and Potter's going to have the lead for at least half a lap. Side by side, no 3 wide behind. Everyone chill. Here comes the 31. Potter, is he going to block? He's going to give it to him. He's going to slow up that outside lane. Oh, he's not getting out of the gas. He's full center. Oh, he's loose. Hang on to it, brother. Hang on to it. Big slide for the 99. He saved it. Now he's going to be in the middle of the field. Uh-oh, we might see 4 wide here. Here comes Terry Brooks. 3 wide. Does he make it 4 wide? No. Lame. Here they go. Back into 1 and 2. 3 wide with the 99 of Potter. He is dropping like a stone. Terry Brooks is definitely not happy with him right now. He could not find a way around that Jim's Breakfast Ford F-150. Now he's going to go to the middle. There goes Scott Wheeler to the inside. There goes Brooks. And the strategy for Ryan Potter does not work out at all. Unfortunately, a terrible decision for him in hindsight, as he'll be all the way to the back in no time. The 31, however, to the lead, and it puts Dylan Clark, who was the fastest in practice again. The fastest truck on track in that initial practice session, up into second ahead of Pressey. The pole sitter, of course, a more important role than the practice champion, but the 48 has a fast truck. We know it. Oh, big slide out of the 46. Big wiggle. And that gives Pressey the bottom. Here he comes, side by side for second. A little bit of side drafting going on there. Hi, Brendan Stream. Who is Brendan? Hi, Brendan Stream. Oh, trouble. We got one truck hard in the wall. Oh, it's Ryan Hines. EOL for hitting the... Oh my god, what happened? That is a destroyed truck. Wow, what a lick. Alright, let's see what happened here to the 25. Brings up the second caution of the day. Remember, he hit the choose V, put him in the back of the field, so now he's just riding around right behind Justin Gibbs. And Toby Wedgwood, I believe, is in the 52. And, oh, he comes up into the... Oh, my God. What a terrible lick for the 25. Jeez. Clobbers the wall. My goodness. Just came up in front of the 88. Let's ride on board with Kenny Brooks. Ended up on the apron. This is on board with Brooks in 3 and 4. See Hines below him. He gets the run into the corner. I think Hines just gets tight right here in the middle of the corner. Does he hit the apron? Oh no, the 88 comes down a little bit, gets into him. Oh my god, what a lick. Absolutely turns the hell out of him. That is a horrific incident. Surely Ryan Hines will be out for the next week with a concussion with that one. My god. Absolutely violent wreck. Up into the air. Oh, he blew up. He's done. He's still on the gas. He was flooring it when he blew up. He was backwards on the gas. That's awesome. Trying to drive out of there. We'll see if anyone comes down to pit road right now. The Choose V will be back out on the racetrack, which is the most important part of this whole deal. We'll see when Alan Cunman, the pilot of the Choose V, drives it out back onto the racetrack halfway through this 105-mile event. When they finish the next lap, this will be lap 34 and then 35. 35 plus 35, 70, yeah. On board with the Choose V. Looks like he's not going to come out this time. Shame, we're going to have another pace lap before we get to witness the Choose V in action. It's Dylan Poteet has the lead. Nicholas Presley did get the second place back from Clark. Under the oh, there's the Choose V. He's on the bottom. All right, let's see. What are they going to do here? The Choose V's sitting on the inside. Looks like he's preparing to get up on the track. As Poteet comes by, the pace car lights will stay on. And so I've kind of ran out of time to do a little ad break. When I would come back, I'll normally do this, but I'll do it now. Do a little Discord plug if you want all the latest news, info, behind the scenes action for Fireball Talks NASCAR. Scan the QR code, join the Discord server, talk to us. Get interviews when we're not in the league-specific server. Get interviews in the FTN server, and much more. Get the schedules. Every single stream will be notified there. So join the Discord, yeah. As the field will come off of turn 4, this time we will get to see the Choose V in action. As they come down off of turn 4, we see the 88 coming out of pit road. Ryan Hines, however, is toast. Heard him blow up with the onboard. Here comes the pace truck to lead the field. To the Choose V, Poteet to the bottom, Pressy to the bottom. The 48 goes up top. The 7 goes with him. The 97 goes up to the top, and everyone else will file out in line. 2 trucks back up to the top. 3 trucks to the back on the bottom, and the 38 of Dalton Beer will finish out the field. 1 more truck to make it to the end of the pack will be Kenny Brooks. Let's see if he makes it. I think he'll be fine. As the field will come off of turn number 2, and Dylan Poteet will lead them back to green. Added a couple more laps led to the tally there. Had 1 lap led. It was the initial lap on the last run. Oh my God! Look at the Choose V. Here it comes, coming back to pit road. Let's ride on board. Oh man, where'd it go? Oh, there's 2! Oh my God, there's 2 Choose V's. That's hysterical. So they got a backup cone. I mean, it's really smart, actually. For when the first cone gets hit. I like it. So, Conman was the pilot of the first V, and he got hit, and so Adam Bosky comes out with the second V. And he'll come back on the pit road. Pace car to the inside, down to pit road. Poteet leads the field back to green. A good jump for Dylan Poteet, even with Clark. Clark gets down into line in second. Nicholas Pressy in third. The 7 of Lodato dropping back to 5th. He'll slot in line behind Matt Muir. In the back of the top 5, Garrett Sidnor from the back of the field, riding up now into 6th, fighting with Matthew Leedy. He'll be on the bottom. Down into 3 and 4, the 48 makes a lunge. Here comes Dylan Clark to the inside, trying to get to the door of the 31. The side draft off of turn 4 washes up. Here comes Pressy. Can he make it 3 wide? Pressy in the back, looking on in. He's going to go to the top. He's going to stay right with Poteet, give him a little bit of an arrow push. Down into the quarter, Poteet sails it in on the top. The 48 gets loose on the bottom, and Poteet will take the lead back. Now the 48 will be forced to fight. Poteet gets down to block. Doesn't want to give Pressy the draft, evidently. As the 48 goes down to the bottom, the 94 of Pressy rides up right on the top of that second groove off of turn 4. He's going to have help side by side further back. Here comes Matt Muir, side by side still for second. Pressy on the top, the 48 of Clark on the bottom. Almost contacting a 1 and 2, 3 wide further back. A 3 wide right here in the front. Muir trying to get down to the bottom. Whoa, Sidnor way down to the bottom, gets really loose. Off of the corner, the 31 leads into 3 and 4. Pressy still even with the 48. These guys cannot figure it out. And Dylan Pody is looking in his mirror with a smile on his face because these guys are just letting him stay in the lead and save tires while he's doing it. All he's got to do is manage the lines, give each driver the draft, and the other one's pulling away. But it looks like the 94 machine will finally fall out of line, and Dylan Clark rides back up into second off of turn 2, side by side, 5 rows deep. This is where the real pack racing comes in late here, as we've got some super speedway style racing. The 48 now is gonna have company from Pressy again, who's somehow managing to make that top line work despite having literally no one to help him. And he's gonna try and get even with the 48 down in the 1 and 2. Go to the gopher cam right there, and the 48 will get clear again. Ooh! Matt Muir gets a little loose. Ramiro Ramirez and Siegel side by side further back. These guys making passes. The 51 of Rodriguez trying to get to the bottom. The first side by side battle is with Matt Muir. Muir riding in fourth, but the 7 of Lodato sticks to the outside of him like glue. He's been there since the restart. Garrett Sidnor in the 50 machine riding to the bottom. The 5 on the top. Jumping down in the line is Nicholas Pressy, looking for the run off the corner. Here he comes in the back of the 48, getting the draft. The 31 pulling out of line, trying to break the draft. Across the start finish line one more time. Dylan Pody leads another lap, but it's not without pressure from the 48. Depth up to the high side goes Pressy, looking for the momentum off the corner. Lucas Lodato making the top line work. He's gonna have a run for the leaders. Here comes the 94. Opens up the door for Lodato. He's gonna try and get third from the 94. He's gonna have the bottom side by side for second again. Pressy has to get out of it. Clark has the spot. Well, he should be able to get clear of him. He's gonna. Leedy gets around Sidmore. That top lane is starting to pick up the pace despite only having 2 or 3 trucks at most. They're making it work. Down in the 1 and 2 again. The 7 up on the outside. The only reason you don't see more trucks up there is because they're just trying to conserve their tires on the bottom. And these guys running the middles not helping their case for a long run to end this race. Still 26 laps to go. 27 coming to 26 laps to go. This time by they will take 26 laps left. Dylan Pody continues the lead, but here comes the 48 of Clark up to the outside, making him think twice, making him double take, block for the lead. The 7 even with third place. Nicholas Pressy had that advantage on the bottom. Here comes Lucas Lodato on the outside, Leedy in tow. The 48 goes up to block, then the 94 Pressy looking low, can't quite get to him. Off of turn 4, one more time, the 48 of Clark, more worried about what's in his mirror than what's in his windshield. As they go back into 1 and 2, one more time, the field files down to the bottom. Lodato starting to conserve tires now, makes up all that track position. Now he's going to hope for a yellow so he doesn't have to run out those right sides. 94 Pressy trying to work the outside with the 5. The 50 of Sidor goes up there now. Oh, 3 wide. Down to the apron goes the 14 of Wedgwood, trying to make something work underneath. I believe the 51 is Rodriguez there. Matthew Rodriguez to the inside. And he will clear the 14, still side by side up in front of them, with Rodriguez on the outside. Matt Muir on the bottom has fallen down a couple positions. Garrett Sidnor up into 6th, working with that 5 on the outside. Starting to pick up spots on the outside. Rodriguez trying to get around Matt Muir up in the front earlier. Falling back and defending now as the 94 Pressy continues to be the only one up in this front pack, running that outside into the corner. And it's proving to work. Look at the momentum he gets off the corner. Gets a shove from Leedy down into 3 and 4. Look at him trying to work that outside. No grip up there. The bottom lane a little too quick. Lodato slides up in front. And as the top lane falls out of line, the bottom prevails again. And Pody leads the field back down into 1 and 2. Oh, I remembered this time. Track cams, 22 to go. Trackcams22.com for the best iRacing cameras on the service. Great deal, and that's what we use here on FTN every week. So yeah, go buy your iRacing cameras. Trackcams22.com as they come back across the line. 21 laps to go. And Dylan Pody continues to lead. The 94 under fire for Matthew Leedy working the bottom side. Trying to get up in the line. The 94 gets clear. Now he's going to be under fire from Sidnor, who gets around the outside of Leedy, gets the side draft. Here comes Sidnor, knows how to win at these big tracks. Almost had it won in the season finale at Auto Club. Wasn't close enough. If I'm remembering correctly, he was the one that won at Chicagoland. But you never know until I look back at the race results. But the 50, worst reigning champion, trying to back it up here off of 1 and 2, running 5th in line, and now the field is spread out. And it looks like this will be my one chance to go to and crank it up here live on FTN, coming to 19 laps to go. 16 laps to go this time by, and Dylan Pody continues a steady gap over Dylan Clark, the 48, running right up on the tailgate of that trap house number 31 machine through 1 and 2, just about a tenth of a second separating first and second, just about 2/10 separating second, or first and third. Nicholas Pressey falling off this front group just a little bit. He's about 4/10 back. Running side by side with Sidnor, who's come again from the back of the field, slowly making his way up. Here with the extremely high-tech, high-speed drone cam. Down the front stretch, the 50 trying to make the bottom work with Nicholas Pressey defending for his life. That right front is starting to struggle. And he's 5/10 off of the race leaders now. As the drone gets 200 miles an hour down the backstretch to get up to the race leader. Here's the 31 machine down into 3 and 4, stretching the gap up to Clark by about maybe 8/100ths of a second. And unfortunately, I have to have the speed up because if you want the behind leader, it goes by seconds now instead of 1/100ths of a second. So apologies, I didn't make this ticker. As we've got lap traffic coming up, Kenny Brooks, first truck getting lapped here under green, involved in an incident earlier, and he'll have to get down off the track. Oh, he's not off the track. Watch out. field gets through him. Here comes Pody, still just about 0.15 seconds back to Dylan Clark. Lodato about 2/10 off of the 48 now, starting to spread out a little bit side by side with Scott Wheeler and Matthew Rodriguez for 7th. The top 6 single file, and then that's the battle for 7th, the battle for 9th side by side, as Scott Wheeler runs down to the bottom to take that spot, this time by 13 laps to go to 12 laps to go. The 48 is having some internet problems, evidently. He cannot keep it on the track literally, as he is disappearing. And here comes Clark, trying to get to the back end of Dylan Pody to make a move, saving it up until the end. Make a late lunge for him. Into 3 and 4, trailing to 31, 2/10 of a second through 3 and 4. And to 11 laps to go for the 48 machine to get to the 31 and make a move. Dylan Pody dominating this second run. It was Pressy all through the first probably 25 laps of the race, but Pody, you see right there, 32 of 59 laps led Nicholas Pressy. Let's get the stat check on him. 24 out of 59 led, and then we've got a couple guys who actually who led the other laps. Am I tripping? I don't want to look at the choose cone, guys. I don't want to look at the choose cone. All right, we're stuck looking at the choose cone. That's great. Here comes the 48, trying to work on Pody. He's going to get to the outside and get the run off the corner, trying to dig that high side through. There's a pretty big old bump in 1 and 2, and it's going to help you turn, especially if you struggle with a tight truck here. And I feel like some of these guys running out wide, trying to hit that bump, trying to get the momentum and get their truck to stick. We'll see what the 48 does here in the 1 and 2. He goes a little bit lower and about a lane higher than the 31 into the corner, off the gas, right down to the white line, and then he's going to, of course, get the draft. And when they go into 3 and 4, have a little bit of a speed advantage. Pody hits that white line at 178, 180 for Dylan Clark. So that little advantage could be the difference, but 2/10 of a second is still the gap for Clark, trying to get to Dylan Pody this time by 8 laps to go from Vegas. This race flying by. These guys still setting 30-second laps. The pace has not slowed up one bit. And the aggression is only going to turn up from here. I mean, well, I don't know. That might not be true because they were racing pretty hard earlier, but you get the gist. The gap closes down now. Clark about 1/8 back as we've got one battle on the racetrack. Justin Gibbs makes a pass for Dylan on Dylan Wedgwood. But Wedgwood fights back on the bottom. This is for the 9th. Gibbs on the outside in that 93 machine. Was in the back of the field earlier, but he's made it back up. Done a good job. Like a lot of these guys have come from the back to the front. All right, let's check. We've got a little bit of a second pack going here. Back to about 16th. Michael Deitch kind of falling off this pack. Dalton Beer is running right with him. Matt Muir. Oh man, Matt Muir is falling to the struggle bus. He was in 3rd earlier. He is not having a fun time. Back to 15th. 6 laps to go. We got to go back and watch the leaders now, don't we? Dylan Pody has a lot of fan support in the chat right now. We've got a Lodato fan, but it looks like Dylan Pody's the fan favorite so far. Let's see if we can get it done for his two fans in the chat who are voicing their appreciation for the 31 driver. The 48 is all over him though. He has not fallen off his bumper. Still 1.6, 1.5 back with the help of the draft. Going down into 3 and 4. It'll be 4 laps to go this time by. Can Clark turn on the jets, or will this gap stay the same? Ty Smith, he's got 3 fans in the chat now. Pody outweighing the rest of the field by 2 fans to 1 fan. Or 3 fans to 1 fan, I should say. Here comes Pody back down into 1 and 2. Clark closing the gap in. It's going to be a 1/6 off of the corner. He's going to get to the draft. and suck him back into the entrance of 3 and 4. We'll see. The gap is staying pretty even. I don't know if Clark will catch him. He's gonna have to make it work. Oh, look at that. We got 4 fans now. 4 fans in the chat for the 31. Across the line. Takes 3 laps to go. On board with Clark, trying to make up any time he can, but that gap is stretched to 2/10 now. Pody's doing a great job of running away, though, with the draft. The 48 is burned up that right front, and I don't know if he'll have enough for Pody at the end. Through 3 and 4. Down to the white line, 0.3 of a second. Clark is dropping back. And the 31 is continuing to hold pace with 30-second lap times. That time by was a 39.69 for Pody. And, or 32.3, sorry. Not 30 lap times. That was a big fat lie. 37.7, or 32.7, 377 for Pody. 32.435. Just about a tenth faster. Ty Smith is not a Dylan Clark fan. Wow. Chad Winstead likes turtles. Alright, here we go. White flag. Dylan Clark trying to run the top. Makes up some time. 0.2 of a second is the gap. 0.3 of a second is the gap across the line. White flag in the air from Las Vegas. 1.5 miles to go in the Sin City. The 48 trying to run the outside, but it's too late. Here he comes with the run off the corner. Can he make a lunge? Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Dylan Pody will dominate the second run. Leads almost 40 laps of this 75 lap event. He comes off of turn 4, saves the tires just enough to hold off Dylan Clark. He'll come down to the apron and he will win the Sin City 105. A master class from Dylan Pody. He gets a congratulatory bump from the 48. A super clean race to the end there. Get another great showing here from the Highline guys, and Dylan Pody gets it done. I would say for the first time this season. Here, you know what? Let me get my facts straight. Let me go to the stream last week. I'll just do this from Daytona. I didn't watch the last lap. As Pody will come home to celebrate in the trap house, Waffle House, whatever you want to call it, machine. Rodriguez out with him. A couple other drivers gonna come burn it down with him, it seems. Give him a little bump. There's the 16 of Siegel. Alright, here we are. Oh, DJ Stagner won. No, I watched. Okay, so first time winner here for Pody. Congratulations to him. Why does everyone have trouble with Dylan Clark? What's the issue with Dylan Clark? Everyone eats free. You claiming that if I go into Waffle House right now and I tell them that Dylan Pody won, I get to eat free? Pretty solid burnout for Dylan Pody. Let's see, how long can he go? Oh, not that long. Doesn't have the Kyle Larson skill set to keep in a straight line all the way around the track. Kind of an incredible thing that he's able to do here. Well, he's lining up. Let's see, where's he going? He's driving in reverse. He's picking up the pace. Is he? What is this? Polish victory lap, but what do you call this? Someone please tell me what this is. What this is called. Never seen this before. Reverse thing. Rip Alan Coleman. Yeah, Alan did get taken out on the first caution. The cone got hit. So we had to bring out the backup. Choose V. Oh, he's on the apron. You keep it straight. He's holding it on the bottom line. Let's see if he can make it all the way around. I'm sure it won't be an issue. Where's the, here it is. Alright. Down the back stretch, right on the bottom line. Running about 60 miles an hour. He's going the highway speed in reverse down the Las Vegas backstretch here. Belgian waffle lap. I was gonna say something related to waffles. Yeah, I probably should have put 2 and 2 together there with the whole Waffle House thing. Waffleplex Wonder Lap. Oh, that one sounds better. I like that. Sorry, Scott. Here he goes. He's gonna 70 miles an hour. Oh, he's gonna do a little J-turn. That is the that right there is the Waffleplex Wonder burnout. Do a flip. Yeah, let's see it. Do some cool stuff. I'd say the Waffleplex Wonder Lap was cool enough for Pody. He'll take it to the pit road, and that will do it. He's gonna. Oh no, the choose cone. He drives through the choose cone. That's bossy too. That's both the choose cones taken out right there. He just drove straight through it. That was horrible. He'll park it, and we'll talk to your race leader. Yeah, stream is black. Sorry about that again. I don't really understand why those things happen to me. But let's see. Where's Mr. Pody? There he is. Here he is. Dylan Pody. Week 2 winner. How does it feel?
It feels great. It was definitely an eventful race for sure, but it was a clean race. I wasn't expecting to be that clean, but it seemed like qualifying was really important for the race tonight, and just had to get it on the restart as well, because once we ran a couple laps, it just was hard to pass, and just really excited to get to victory lane. I feel like the last one was on the fuel mileage strategy, and I really got to try to show what I could actually do, and glad to be able to hold it off and win that race. But it definitely was eventful to try to get around anybody, because once Presley passed me earlier in the race, I tried to ride behind him and try to get back to him, but I actually just couldn't catch him. So it just seemed like key of the race was just to be up front and just try to maintain your track position. So all in all, I'm just really excited to get back to victory lane again after having a kind of awful race last week at the end.
Yeah, well, all right. Let's see. Richmond's next week. How do you feel about your chances going from the big tracks to the short track?
About a year ago, I would say I wasn't really excited about short tracks, but lately I feel like I've been running better at them. And the last time I was at Richmond, I finished second in a race in the Premier Series. So hoping maybe that translates over to the trucks. And I had a couple of times, I think actually I finished second in a race there. So I'm trying to get a victory at Richmond, so maybe I can get over that hump. And I think Garrett actually beat me in the other race. So maybe me and him maybe racing up next week. But just excited about it, and just glad to get a victory again. Like I said, anytime you get a victory, I always cherish them, because they're really hard to win these races. And say Dylan was all over my bumper there for a while. If I would have made a mistake, he was there the whole time. He could have easily gotten that from me. So just glad to get back to the victory, and just happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Anything else like to say?
I just want to thank everybody at Team Trap House, Dylan Body, with the Waffleplex scheme, because I butchered that last time we talked to Auto Club last season. I forgot what the sponsor was, but brought this back, and was glad to get this in victory lane. And shout out to everybody I raced with up there, Dylan Clark and Presley and Lucas and Matt Meir. It was fun. Didn't get to race a lot of people tonight, but it was just a track position game. We just kind of were all single file, but all in all, like I said, just glad to get back to victory lane. And thanks to everybody who puts on this at the broadcast at FTN, and you guys have been doing a great job to start the season, and looking forward to more in the future. And thanks again to everybody watching.
All right. Well, congratulations, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So there's the Waffleplex Masterclass right there, and a win for Pody. He'll keep it parked. We'll talk to Dylan Clark here, not on the track, and he's already put it in the trailer. Dylan Clark, obviously not the win, but second place, still a pretty solid result. How's it feel?
Oh, absolutely. That was feels pretty good. I wish I had something for Poteet there, but these trucks just, you can't really follow once you get about 2/10 behind. I was so much better through 1 and 2, but I just couldn't convert the run down the backstretch. But other than that, it was a great race.
Yeah. Well, going into Richmond next week, you go from the big tracks to the little short track. How do you feel about that change?
I feel pretty good. Richmond, not my best track, but we're going to put in some work there and see if I can't just find something and see if we can give these guys a good run.
All right. Well, anything else I'd like to say before I let you go?
I just want to thank a couple sponsors: DC Designs, Turtle Shells, FTN, Orpac, Italian Motors USA, Camera Outfitters, Thermatrue Doors, Talcard, everybody that helps this truck get on track and in my real life racing. Thanks to all the admin for helping out, and thanks for the admins of this league for bringing me in.
All right. Well, congratulations on third, and thank you for your time.
Thanks, sir.
So there's second place, and Dylan Clark pretty happy with the second place despite really not being able to pass. It seems like that's kind of the motto. So we'll talk to Lucas Lodato, who had a pretty, what the hell is going on? Moving the voice chats around. Lucas Lodato, podium finish, not the win, but still pretty solid. How's it feel?
Pretty good, man. River, I've been waiting to talk to you for a while, man. I'm pretty happy right now. I got a few people to shout out for watching. First and foremost, my mom was watching. Also, I heard that my girlfriend Lily was watching in the chat. She's also my spotter pack, so I always got to shout her out. Yeah, it was a really fun race. I got to thank my QCR guys, Jacob in the race with me. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, that was a really fun race. Not a whole big mess. It was nice. I was really praying that it would go to the end, and it did. So I'm really happy about that.
All right. Well, I'll ask you the same thing that I have with the other people. How do you feel going into a short track from the two big tracks on the schedule?
I don't even know what's next week. What's next week?
It's Richmond.
Richmond?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, I feel like I can run pretty good anywhere. I ran good at Phoenix last year. I had a misfortunate accident at the end of that one, but I think I could run good anywhere. I feel I've never ran Richmond before. Just like I never ran this track before this. I bought the track 5 minutes before the session opened. So I'm kind of, I'm always optimistic coming into these things. So.
All right. Well, anything else I can say before I let you go?
Yeah, let me give a shout out to my sister because she just asked for one. Apparently she's watching. And also any of my Bearcat Motorsports guys that are watching and all. I appreciate you guys for tuning in and everybody else watching.
All right. Well, congratulations on third, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Lucas Lodato, very ecstatic with the top three, and shouting out his entire family tree who is watching. There's two Mrs. Lodatos in the chat, and the girlfriend. So that'll wrap things up. If I can remember, which I will remember, to do the results this time before I almost close the stream. Dylan Pody is still parked in front of the choose cone, the two choose cones, and we'll pull up the results. Dylan Pody, 0 seconds in front of Dylan Clark. Obviously, don't pay attention to the time. Dylan Pody gets the win over Dylan Clark. It's probably like 0.3 of a second if you really want the numbers. Lucas Lodato third. Scott Wheeler drove up to fourth. Garrett Sidnor from the back up to fifth. Nicholas Pressey from the pole back to sixth at the end. Justin Gibbs ends up in seventh. Roberto Ramirez in eighth. Dylan Wedgwood in ninth, and then Toby Wedgwood rounds out the top 10. Terry Brooks comes home 11th ahead of Jacob Hall. Matthew Rodriguez, Michael Deitch up to 14th. Dalton Beer up to 15th. Matthew Leedy in 16th. Matt Muir with a tough last run there from the front of the field back to 17th ahead of Andrew Siegel. Ryan Potter, who was the final car to finish the race, and it looks like he finished just under a lap down, 33 seconds back. Kenny Brooks was the first retiree of the race. We saw him getting lapped just a couple laps before the end. He'll come home 20th. Ryan Hines will not finish the race after getting absolutely destroyed by the 88. Tyler Rush will not finish the race. Oh, wait. Okay, I can't remember. Someone wrecked this 25. Tyler Rush involved in a wreck. He will not finish the race. Nathan Sipes was also a guy that got destroyed in 1 and 2. He will not finish the race. And then our two great choose cones, 67 and 68 laps down. 24th and 25th. We'll just not count those. So other than that, that'll wrap things up. Again, I'll just put this back on the screen. Free promo. Join the Discord. Get all the information, news, and interviews for FTN when we're doing in-house events. Of course, we're not pulling people from the FTN server right now, but if we ever are in there, you can get an interview. And yeah, that'll wrap things up. Next week, Richmond. Oh, I got a fancy new graphic. Here we go. Look at that. Okay. Thursday. Strange. I guess we're changing the date. But 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't think that's right, Thursday, but it might be. Who knows? And we'll see how these guys do coming from two of the bigger tracks on the schedule to one of the lone short tracks. And doesn't seem like anyone's very excited about that. But a lot of drivers are optimistic, so we'll see how that goes. And other than that, thank you all for coming out. If you're new, please subscribe. We're going fairly quickly. I think we're at like 1.2k subscribers, which is pretty cool. 1.19. Yeah, I mean you could be that 1200th FGN subscriber, which would be a huge honor. You wouldn't get anything for it, but you could say that you were the 1200th FTN subscriber, which would be really cool. And other than that, thank you all for coming out, and we hope you have a very good night.